What's going on, family? Thank God for another day. We holding on strong. You know, just trying to clear the network tunnels in our mind space. You know what I'm saying? And just keep things where they need to be. So today, basically, the hatred from the people around you is your GPS. The hatred actually gives you a sign. It helps you. The hatred is like the tips, the hint, the clues. The hatred gives you a sign on where to move and navigate. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if everybody was operating off love, you would be blinded then. You wouldn't be able to see the sign. You wouldn't be able to see, you wouldn't be able to distinguish. But the hate separates. The hatred, it helps you to distinguish who to be around, what to be around, who the type of people to deal with, where it's safe for you to be at, you know what I'm saying? And where it's like a hot zone, it's not an area where you should be at. You know what I mean? The hate. The hate also tells you, you know what I'm saying, who the people that, you know what I mean, you should give your empathy to. Like the hatred, it shows you, you know, on the average basis, you know that people go through things every day or something, or every other day, or they might have a bad day, and then they might have like a good day. But if it's a consistent pattern of like a specific hatred, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like full moon with these people. You know, people just werewolf it out and just be filled with hatred. But it's like the hatred where it's like contained hatred. It's like they can't really show you their fangs. They give you a little sneak peek of their fangs, but they can't show you their full fangs. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, dang, who's controlling that? With people with that much hate, who's controlling these people where they gotta hide their fangs? They gotta pretend to play nice. Who's controlling that? Then when you really think about it, like who's controlling that, then you know like the people that shows the hate, they're actually helping you. You know what I'm saying? They're helping you. They're helping you go to the narrow path. They help you to go to the right direction. You know what I'm saying? See, they want to dump their hate on you so that you can be filled up with hate, and so that you can be with them. See, it's an intimacy process going on with you. It's intimate with these people. The hate is so real. It's intimate. You know what I'm saying? They just want you to be like them. That's the whole point. They want you to be like them. They full of hate. Whatever they going through in life. You're a human, you going through things too, but you refuse to let life just put you in that mindset. You refuse to let life turn you into a dark being. You refuse. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is with the hate, people gonna be brutally honest on how they feel about you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's nothing they can hide with the hate. It shows, it reeks. It shows, you see it. The clues, the signs, the symbols, you see it. So it's like basically, why deal with it? Now you have to deal with it in a work environment where you have to work, but outside of work, any comfort zone, any comfort space outside of that, you don't have to deal with it. You definitely don't have to deal with it. Your whole main thing is just staying focused. You know what I'm saying? That's your main thing. And the hatred, let the hatred help you. You know what I'm saying? Use the hatred to be like, oh, okay, I need to distance myself from this person. You know what I'm saying? If I can't do it inside of work, when I get out of work, yeah, like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't mean you have ill will against me. People that show hate, they usually have an ulterior motive, an ill will against you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a thing. You have to stay safe, stay protected. You know what I mean? Use the law to your benefit. You know, these people breaking the law, they coming together and they using the law to their benefit. You know what I'm saying? And they're able to bend the rules in front of you to kind of show you that, you know what I'm saying, to try to make you break the law. It's basically they're projecting that they doing illegal stuff to get you in the mindset to do illegal stuff. You get what I'm saying? That's how deep the hatred goes. Like, and it works for a lot of people. You know, people will hate on them and then they become like the people that hated on them. It's just like the people that victimize the people, they become the person, they become the monster. So that's basically what they're trying to do. But God blesses certain people with eyes to see, and I'm thankful that I have the eyes to see, and I'm not running off emotion. I'm not driven off emotion. I'm not running off emotion. So it's like it's not phasing me. I get this. I get the systematic program. I get it. It's a game. You know what I'm saying? And once you get it, once you unplug, it's gonna be a lonely process. It's gonna be a lonely process because there's so many people in the world filled with hate, filled with suffering, filled with pain. You know what I mean? So many people want to have their way, but if you living in this life, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have your way all the time. You know what I'm saying? I get that. You know what I mean? And I have to have the mental fortitude, the mental capacity, you know what I mean, to know how to operate through that without using emotion, without trying to prove something to people, you know what I'm saying, of strength, of I'm better. You know what I mean? This is what they want to prove to you. This is what they want to project. You know what I'm saying? Also, not just to you, but to people who might like you or to people who might can deal with your energy. They want to continually project that to keep people away from you. Not only to keep you away from people, but to keep people away from you. So it's an ongoing tactic, you know what I'm saying, so that they can push people away. That's the whole process. They want you to feel alone, isolated, like you ain't nobody. They want your light to be gone. They want your light to be gone. But as long as you got breath in your body, as long as you got that spark in your eye, you got light. You know what I'm saying? And you got a voice of your opinion. You know what I mean? And every second, every moment, you have a decision is to do the right thing. Especially with a program like this that's pushing you to do the right thing. The hatred is making you do the right. It's motivating you. It's either gonna motivate you or destroy you. It's one of the two. You know what I'm saying? And when you start prioritizing and seeing what's more important, you know what I mean? Your feelings or people depending on you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're in a situation where there's people actually depending on you. You know what I'm saying? It's a good situation to be in a situation where you're being held accountable for people depending on you, and you coming and you provide, and you walking in that fire. You know what I'm saying? For the significant other, you know what I mean? For the people you love. So it's not just about you. You know what I mean? It's for the people you love. It's for you to overcome your feelings. That's the thing. Your feelings is going to keep you in a plausible deniability bubble. That's what your feelings do. That's the witchcraft. That's the ritualistic abuse that we put ourselves in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all in the mind. You got to get over people following you. You know what I mean? It's just people are just filled with hatred. You know what I mean? You got to get over that. It's been going on. It's just that we wasn't sensitized to it. We had no idea. But since the veil then came over our eyes, and now we can see people for who they really are. You know what I mean? And they're trying to prove a point to say that you're us. You're one of us. You're filled with hatred too. You know what I'm saying? No way can you go through this every day, people disassociating themselves with you, people indirectly clowning you, indirectly humiliating you. It's all with the feeling factor. It's all how you feel about what these objects, what these beings are doing to get a reaction and a response out of you. You know what I mean? And it just goes with core feeling. You get what I'm saying? They couldn't do these tactics to a mentally retarded person because the mentally retarded person couldn't comprehend what's going on. You know what I mean? They couldn't comprehend it. So you have comprehension skills. You can pick up on things. You can perceive things. And how you perceive, how you look at things, and your perception, your outlook on things, your perception. How do you perceive it? As good or as bad? Most TIs, their downfall, when they're in this plausible deniability bubble of hate, you know what I'm saying? People look at it bad. And the more you look at it bad or in a negative way, the more you're going to be filled up with darkness and hate. The more they can push people away from you, you're going to be filled up with darkness and hate. But there's another side to it, too. If they see that you're trying to be a light, a person of light, they see you trying to be of light and of love, they have it's levels to it. They have crafty ways. They have crafty ways to pull on your heartstrings to make you become passive where they can do you any kind of way. That's why a lot of people don't like me talking about law enforcement or, you know what I mean, using the law to protect you, because they want you to get in the mindset to let them either crash out or just let us do you any type of way. So you have to have discernment to not crash out and also not let people do you any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? That's where the law comes in at. That's where a higher person of authority come in at. You know what I'm saying? My mistake last time from the last job that I had, well, the last job that I had at La Posta, I was filling myself up with the rap music, but I was still cool. But guess what? I let the plausible deniability, I let it get to me. You know what I'm saying? And exchange words. And guess what? I lost at the end of the day. I lost the job at the end of the day. He didn't lose the job. I lost the job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, okay, it's feelings. It's feelings. And they're going to keep recycling these feelings. They're going to keep this bubble going. You know what I mean? They can't let too many people get close to you. They can't let it. They can't let that happen. They got to keep pushing people away from you, and they got to keep you being pushed away from people. That's the thing. They have to be all around. They want to be intimate with you. They have to be around you. You know what I'm saying? It's about you and them. It's a love-hate relationship going on. Something that you don't want to be a part of, but it's forced upon you. You know what I'm saying? It's like rape in a way. Psychological rape. To force you to be a part of them. How narcissist can that be? But the thing about it is their hatred is fire. Their hatred is fire. And the fire is what radiates light. It helps you to see. Their hatred radiates light. It helps you to see the obstacles. Fire burns obstacles, destroy obstacles. The fire eats away at the obstacles. So let their fire eat away at these obstacles. So guess what? You can see the clear path that you need to go. Because now with this program, now with the hatred that you see that these people have that don't know you, you know what I'm saying? But obviously been fed with some type of smear campaign, information, intel. You know what I'm saying? Now they think they have dominion over your life. You get what I mean? That just lets you know the narrow way is the way, the right way. You know the right way now. You know the way that most people go through, filled with hate. That is the wide path that leads to destruction. So if you see a lot of people going this way, you go the other way. You see a lot of people projecting the toughness, projecting to be violent, projecting a certain type of aura. That's not an aura that you should take on. That's an aura that's going to lead you to the path of destruction. You know what I'm saying? Being fed with your ego, being fed with your feelings. So when you see a lot of people participating in something, you know what I mean, as a target, as a TI, you need to go the opposite way. That's the thing. I don't see a lot of people talking about, you know what I mean, using the law to protect you. I see a lot of people talking this tough talk. You know what I'm saying? Saying, I wish somebody would, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Or they like to handle things on their own terms. But when you see this program, they don't show their fangs. They hide their fangs. They don't show their fangs. They hide their fangs. You know what I'm saying? They feel with hatred, but they gotta move a certain type of way. You get what I'm saying? So that lets me know. You know what I mean? The law is still intact. It's just they doing slick ways to try to break the law any type of way they can. But they do it in ways where it can be denied. They're not showing their full fangs. You get what I'm saying? They project to you like you're soft or you're a coward, but it's you against 1,000 it's man, innumerable people. It's you against these people. How is that a coward? You're by yourself. It's the smart way to go behind the law. You get what I'm saying? You just gotta pick your battles wisely. This is not a battle that you can win off strength and off getting vengeance and off stuff like that. This is a battle of protecting yourself, making sure you're going the right direction, and making sure you're not filling yourself up with this much hatred, this much darkness. You know what I'm saying? Just look at these people like they know that you don't want to be a part of it. They know that you don't want to be a part of it, but they got to keep it going. They got to keep people away from you. They can't get people to see your light. They got to keep people away from your channel to get you to stop talking, to get you to stop making videos. Hopefully my feelings will be hurt that I'm not getting views, or my feelings will get hurt and then I'll stop making videos talking about what I'm going through. No, as long as I got breath in my body, I'm going to keep talking. You know what I'm saying? I know there's light, and I'm going to keep projecting my light, and I'm going to keep doing things to protect myself behind the law, regardless of how they perceive it to be, like the cowardly route. You know what I mean? They want to project you, oh yeah, be a man of honor. Be a man of honor. You know, a soldier dies once, but a coward dies 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? Cat got 9 lives. You get what I'm saying? They hate the fact that you surviving and thriving. These people here, they didn't expect me to make it this long here at work, working these long hour shifts. You know what I'm saying? And it's helping me to provide. They're pissed. I see one dude, he act like his back hurt, and his hatred be so aggressive around me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, the hatred is gonna be your light. That fire that they have gonna be your light that exposes them. And once they act out of character, you know what I'm saying? Boom, that's when you go ahead and use that paperwork. Straight like that. You know, they not going to spare you, so why spare them? They're not going to spare you, so why spare them? You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to move the way you got to move. You got to move with intelligence. You got to move with wisdom here. You cannot move off anger and feelings. Yes, we have feelings. Yeah, feel the pressure that you're going through, of course. But don't let your feelings blind your mental fortitude. Don't let it block your neural pathways. Keep that neural pathway open. Let it fire up. You know what I'm saying? And you make the right moves. You make the right moves. You know what I'm saying? These people going that way with it, you go the other way with it. You get what I'm saying? They try to push you in this bubble. No, you go the other way. No. They want to be tough. They want to, rap. They gangster. You know what I mean? You be the opposite of gangster. You just be the opposite of what these people are trying to project you to be. You get what I'm saying? Now, if they project you to be the light, that's something different. You know what I'm saying? But don't be just no passive person. That's how they get you. Once they get you in the light, they try to pull on your heartstring where it'd be like, just deal with it. Just take it. No, don't just take it. Don't just bend over and let them folks just do you all type of ways. You know what I'm saying? Use the law to protect you. And I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to keep preaching that, family. So it's like, let the hatred help you to know who to deal with, where to be at, You know what I'm saying? And why the way you move, the way you move. And with that being said, family, peace.